What is up, fishy people? This is Josh here with Ohio Fish Rescue, and today we are giving you an update on the fish that were just released, and we have a shocking new guest today. So looking here at Odin the Arapaima, you guys can see just in the video from yesterday, he was very, very skinny, and last night he ate a crap load, and he is now filling on some weight, so we are going to feed him just like that again tonight. But he ate 20 pieces of shrimp, and he will be stacking on the weight very, very quick, so he will not be in this 265-gallon tank for much longer. He will be in the 2,500-gallon pool. And then we come over here to Pittsburgh and Lavaca. I know you guys were worried about them, but they are looking great. They actually ate last night, and you can see Lavaca is digging through the sand. It is a big mess, but it's okay because we love our little lovebirds here. Pittsburgh and Lavaca. Aren't they just adorable? But we do have some crayfish that we are going to feed them here soon, but I am trying to wait on Willstar. He didn't show up yesterday, but they did. They are in the freezer for these guys, so we do feed them clams and mussels and shrimp and tilapia. But you can see there are no nicks on fins. They are getting along just great. Pittsburgh is being Pittsburgh, and Lavaca is learning to be Lavaca the Puffer here at OFR. Loving their life. They have great colors. But yeah, I told you guys about a shocking new guest here at the Ohio Fish Rescue. Are you guys ready to find out what it is? Alrighty, I'll show you guys. So down here, we have a 3-foot electric eel. Now this tank is just temporary. I did not think that this eel was going to be this large, but we do have to quarantine it. But one of the tanks behind the 58,000 gallon pool will be this guy's home. Now, if you guys don't know, electric eels put off a very, very large shock, and they can actually do some damage. At about 6 foot, they are known to stop the human heart. So one at this size here, which is just about 3 foot long, they are a little bit larger than a pop can. They can definitely do some damage and put some hurt on you. So I had to be really, really careful with how I decided to put this eel in the tank. But it is a gorgeous electric eel. And I actually used a koi sock net because it is mesh and it had a fiberglass handle. So I went ahead and moved this beast with water in the net. And it didn't get feisty at all, went in its tank and started enjoying life. So we will quarantine them for just a wee bit, because we can shut off the tanks behind the 58,000, which we're going to have to do because they put off a tremendous shock, and we don't actually want this eel putting off a shock and traveling through the water, because it will and it can hurt. You don't want to be working in the cichlid tank and feel the shock from this guy. So we are going to create a environment that he's going to love. Probably lots of driftwood, maybe even some plants if it allows it. But we are going to have him behind the 58,000 gallon pond, separate from our system, so we do not get shocked. Let me actually go out there and show you where this beast will live. Look at this beauty. He is a beautiful eel. Big and fat. He's probably bigger around than a pop can, but I can already tell he's got a little attitude to him. Or she. Could be a she. But man, this is a beauty. Look at that face. Such a cutie. So now I think, guys, we got to come up with a name for him. If he's going to remain here at the Ohio Fish Rescue, we've got to come up with a name. So if you guys have the perfect name, go ahead and share it in the comments. And you know, most of you are going to say Sparky and Buzz, but let's get a little bit creative. We want something awesome, like Thor, or something that, you know, resembles an electric eel of this caliber. We had one time that was over 6 foot long that we actually gave to the Cleveland Aquarium. But yeah, we didn't know what we were going to do with that guy. We weren't equipped to handle an eel of that caliber yet. But we might just give this guy a shot. As you can see, he rearranges his tank how he wants it, because that's just what they do. And you can't just reach in there and move the decorations, because they will shock you. Alright, let's go take a look where we're going to keep this big boy. So we come out to the monster pond. As you can see, looking fabulous as always. We've got the cichlid tank out here. We've got the red jewels in the 200. As you can see, we've got the koi in here and the koi in there and the goldfish in there. I'm actually going tomorrow to pick up a bunch of fancy tail goldfish, so he won't be in that tank. Most likely this is a 7 foot 10 inch long tank that we can make the eel tank. So we actually just moved a bunch of koi around outside, so we are going to be taking more koi out. We took a few out of this tank already, but we will make this most likely the electric eel tank, and maybe even the Inhabitant or the Himbargus Wiki Black Devil tank. So I think that'll look pretty awesome. You guys can't get too close, but you can see this magnificent beast from afar, backdropping this awesome 58,000 gallon recreation pond. We've got Brutus the Arapaima, always looking for food. Now he doesn't look this large, but there is my hand right by his head. He is a big boy. He is just over 5 foot long, and he is something to be reckoned with. He is a big boy, as are most of these fish in this pond. So looking back at this tank, I think it'll be kind of fun to decorate it, because everything out here is a jungle theme. And of course, electric eels come from South America in the jungle. And you can see here we've got these awesome butterfly koi, which will be moved outside. But that center tank right there, I'm thinking of decorating it with all sorts of driftwood, giving the eel several places to hide. And he actually might be front and center most of the time, being out in the public's eye. We can actually walk around, and we can be able to feed him, and we can also shut the valve off and, you know, feed it through our system. When we're not going to be in it, we can actually open the valve, have water passing through to give it a water change, and then it also has its own filtration on it. So let me go ahead and walk behind there and show you guys some of the upgrades that we did to these tanks. So coming around here, as you can see, we cleaned up this area. We have a little lounge area. People can sit and enjoy this monster pond. We still got a little bit. We've got these FX6s and 5s being set up on tanks. I actually just leveled this 700 gallon today, along with these 135s for quarantine. We've got this 1,000 gallon tank here, which I actually put the bulkheads in, and I blocked up them holes. So these tanks are just almost ready to be set up. And then I got a little bit to do on this tank. And then we might have these 3 tanks up and going before you guys know it. But back here, on the back side of these 195s and 240s, you can see I went ahead and upgraded the water drips on here. So we have a 1/2 inch hose flowing into each tank. So we have a lot more pass through going in each tank. As you can see, it's teed off here. I have valves on every single one. Last one's coming in here and overflowing. going back to our plant tubs. So I can shut each individual tank off. As you guys can see, there are some monster dual 6-foot UV lights sitting back here ready to be hooked up on our systems. But as I was saying, we could go ahead and shut these valves off and shut each individual tank off. If we want to go ahead and change the water, we can open it up, pass through for the day, and then remember to shut that valve when we're in doing tank maintenance. So I think that would be a perfect tank for the electric eel. As you can see, going through the little jungle here, we are getting more and more plants. We are growing some. People are donating them. We've got peace lilies around this side. We've got majesty palms and birds of paradise. All different kinds of plants, but this room is coming together. And one other thing. You guys pan over to this wall here. This has been sitting here getting ready to set up for a long time now. This is a 5-foot long wall tank. I went ahead and put gravel and stones that match the 58,000 gallon pool pond. So each tank is matching out here. But as you guys can see, I went ahead and used the same stone that is around the 58,000 and the same gravel that is in the globe tank. So we can try and tie in each and individual tank back into the jungle theme and the vibe of this room. You can see here's the globe tank with all of the angels looking great, but there is that same gravel down there on the bottom, and you can see jungle theme all around us. I will put the same brown river rock that is in the pond. Might be pea gravel, might be river rock, but nonetheless it will be pretty much the same in both the 1000, the 700, and the 500. The 500 I might leave white gravel because it makes the tank that much brighter and it's actually grabbing to the eye. So I might leave that white gravel. Not 100% sure yet, but that might be the MBU puffer tank. We are not 100% positive on that, but it is a work in progress. So that just means if we put the eel in here and we scape that up, that means we've got that 195 and that 195 we have to do something with and make them look spectacular. So with that being said, I hope you guys like all the improvements and upgrades that are coming to the Ohio Fish Rescue. Everything is looking marvelous out here, as well as in this fish room. Everything is coming together. We are getting cleaned up and the tanks are looking great. We are getting more set up and we are still working on the Bellagio tanks. Those will be coming soon. As you can see, we've got one stand in. I actually just moved the second stand into place outside. And as soon as Steven gets this tank out of my way, we will go ahead and move these tanks around and get these Bellagios up and running. And there will be 40 foot of just acrylic fish tank across this wall. So if you guys want to see more crazy adventures with the Ohio Fish Rescue, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, stay fishy, my friend.